I remember not knowing what gay was, but that he was different.
The first time I thought that I might be gay was actually in the 8th grade.
I remember when I was 12 years old and in the Girl Scouts, I had the biggest crush on somebody. I remember really wanting to put my arm around this girl's waist.
Everybody in the family embraced me. I feel very blessed that they accepted me when I came out.
I think he was 16 or 17. And he shared with me one day that he identified as gay. I remember just putting my arms around him and saying, "You're mine." You know, we'll just go forward.
I felt release.
He always had a friend, a special friend that I noticed that he was, talking on the phone a lot. One day he asked me to go to the mall. He was going to actually meet up with his friend. Long story short, he ended up going his way, and me and my brother were still at the mall. And I was like, "So Khalil, he's gay." "Are you gay?" "No, I didn't even ask. You are gay." Khalil said yes. He told me he was. And from there on, it was always love, because it was love from the beginning. Our relationship was built on love.
In the Black community, as in other communities, there's a long way to go towards erasing homophobia. That has been one of the probably hardest things that I've had to deal with.
When I came out, my family was quite unaccepting. I had had a child by that point. When my daughter was born, I moved a couple of times for my job, and all of a sudden I got a subpoena for custody of my daughter. This is back in the 80s, so understand that I had no rights. And so my mother had custody of my daughter, and my mother raised my daughter. I think I've lost my daughter. I know I have. I've lost a grandson as well. Yes, I do have a grandson that I'm not allowed to see. That's the way it is. So everybody loses.
Frankly, there have been times when I've been afraid, foretie. This can be a hostile walk in the Portland community, just being Black and male. So to be Black and male and gay adds to the fear that I've felt sometimes for his safety. And at the same time, I know that he is part of a community that has embraced him. Our church family, of course, has embraced him.
Having a pastor that is loving, caring, non-judgmental is very important to me. It makes me feel warm, welcomed, accepted.
There is a stereotype still operating about the African American church being an unwelcoming place for gay and lesbian folk, and I want to call it for what it is. I think it's a stereotype. I mean, every church has got gay people in it. They're sitting in the pews, they're in the choir, they're playing the music. They may even be preaching. So it is a stereotype. We need to call it for what it is and keep breaking it down.
I think it took some time for me to really try to reach out and find places that were open and accepting and affirming, and understanding that true faith, it's all about love.
I'm African American. I'm gay. I live in a highly Caucasian community, and I must be able to operate, or at least function, in all of those. I'm blessed in the fact that I live in a community that cares about all three.
We come from a family of community builders. And what I want for our family is that they be able to thrive, that we are a part of building what Martin Luther King Jr. called beloved community, a community that embraces all of its people and the potential of all of its people.
Well, the fact that I'm 67 years old means that I've gone through the African American movement with Dr. King, and I've also gone through, and still going through, the movement with gays. We're moving, okay? We got a long way to go, okay? We should be very positive about that. We need to be patient, but not too patient.
Everyone wants the same thing, and that's a quality of life, to be accepted and to be able to just be free and just to love and support that. If nothing else, support that. For all the families out there, erasing homophobia starts with you. To accept me, you have to accept him, and that's really how I stand on it, and I always have.
You know, having that support, it's immeasurable.
To have a wonderful brother, you know, it means the world to me, and it just so happens that he's gay.
What I love about Ty, two things: courage and intelligence, intelligence and courage. That's Ty.
I'm just thankful of all the support that she has given me over the years, being a mom and a friend and someone that cares and tries to understand.
We are some of the most spiritual people that I know, and that probably there is. Because of that spirit, okay, we can be the most energetic and the most forceful communities out there. We love you. Love us back.